Welcome back to TechKidFX for another Fantom price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the latest developments that have been happening here on the Fantom chart, which at the time of this recording has lost the 20-day MA here on the 4-hour chart, which is now acting as resistance. We have also lost a key area of support at around the $0.5 mark. We have also continued to obey the Elliot structures, where we have fully maximized our target areas to the lower side in the formation of this larger Elliot contour right here in yellow, and I now believe that whatever we are seeing at the moment is the start of a massive bounce to the upside in the formation of this wave 3. And before I get further into the technical analysis and also give you my next price targets to the upside in the formation of that wave 3, first give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership, and allow me to continue with the video here on the 4-hour chart by first giving you a quick recap of what has been happening, where you can see that after making our lower low down there, we started this massive bounce to the upside obeying the Elliot structures, where you can see that I have this Elliot structure in red, having that as the first wave. Then we saw this corrective structure giving us the low for that wave 2, and after seeing the low for that second wave, we saw that massive bounce to the upside in the formation of that wave 3, giving us a peak at around the $0.3575 mark. Then we saw a corrective structure in the formation of that wave 4, and after seeing the low for that fourth wave, we started this massive bounce to the upside in the formation of this wave 5 in a move that has now given us a peak at around the $0.657 mark. And after seeing this 5-wave structure to the upside in red, we completed an even larger Elliot wave contour to the upside of this Elliot wave structure right here in yellow. And after seeing the formation of a larger Elliot wave contour, whatever we expected next is that corrective structure in the formation of that wave 2, and using the Fibonacci's connecting them from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, that gave me a minimum retracement area in the formation of that wave 2 between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.5, which is a target area that lies between the $0.4699 mark and the $0.4114 mark, which is a target area that we fully maximized, and we made our low at around the $0.41 mark. And after seeing the low for that second wave, whatever we expect here on the short-term scenarios is that bounce to the upside in the formation of that wave 3, and sketching out minimum target areas to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs, I'm using the trend-based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $1.2024 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting that wave 3 to the upside to do. And in the formation of that wave 3, which is an impulsive wave, I'm also expecting to see a 5-wave structure in formation within the formation of that wave 3, having the wave 5, which is a microwave within the formation of that wave 3, fully maximizing our target areas to the upside in the formation of that wave 3, and also fully maximizing the formation of that wave 3 to the upside. And I believe we are seeing such a scenario over here. And if I zoom in so that you can see that better, you can see that after making our low in the formation of that wave 2 at around the $0.41 mark, we started this bounce to the upside, giving us a peak at around the $0.6 mark in what I'm terming as that first wave to the upside. And after seeing the high for that wave 1, we started this corrective structure in the formation of this wave 2, and using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, that gives me a minimum retracement area in the formation of this wave 2 between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, and I have marked that target area here on the charts, which lies between the $0.535 mark and the $0.4813 mark, and it is within this target area that I was expecting to see the low for this second wave. And you can see that we have now fully maximized that target area, and at the time of this recording, we are trying to battle out a key area of resistance at around the $0.5 mark, and the moment we manage to break above it, see a break above the 20-day MA, continue gearing up, see a break above the wave 1 high, that move could trigger even higher prices in the formation of this wave 3 to the upside, which is a fractal wave within the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3. But at the time of this recording, you can see that the market is seeing a bit of a breakdown to the lower side, and that means I need to extend my target area in the formation of this wave 2 to give you an area that we need to continue holding within for us to still say that we are still in the formation of this wave 2. And using the Fibonacci's once more, connecting them from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, I now need to extend my target area back to the fib level 0.78, which lies at around the $0.4526 mark, and it is within that target area that I'm expecting this second wave to continue holding within. So we need to continue holding within this support zone here on the Fibonacci's, and the moment that happens and we see that a rebound to the upside, then there are chances of breaking the key area of resistance at around the 0.5, see a break above the 20-day MA, continue gearing up, see a break above the wave 1 high, and that will be enough confirmation that we are back into the formation of this wave 3. And sketching out minimum target areas to the upside in the formation of that wave 3, we can connect the trend based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave down there to the high of that wave 1, then drag in the fibs to the low of the second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.7821 mark, and that is the minimum that I will expect that wave 3 to the upside to do. So on the worst case scenario, we can expect a bit of a pullback back to the area at around the $0.454 mark, and that is the fib level 0.78. That is what we can expect on the worst case scenario in case we are unable to break above these key resistance zone at around the $0.5 mark. We can expect that pullback to continue back to the area at around the $0.45 mark, and that is on the worst case scenario. But the moment we manage to break above that key area of resistance, expect higher prices in the formation of that wave 3, and that is what I'm expecting here on the short-term scenarios. And also taking a look at the indicators before I give you the long-term scenarios. Here on the RSI, we are trading at around the 43 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to fully support higher prices in the formation of that wave 3. Also taking a look at the MACD, we have been able to print a bearish cross, but we are not seeing that an increase on the selling momentum here on the MACD, and that means soon we might be able to print that bullish cross to fully support higher prices in the formation of that wave 3. And jumping to the daily chart to give you the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out here on the long-term scenarios, basing it on the Elliot structures. Here on the daily chart, you can see that from these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw that massive bounce to the upside, seeing the all-time high at around the $3.5 mark in what I'm terming as that first wave to the upside. And after seeing the all-time high, we started the bear market where we had been seeing lower prices in this ABC corrective structure in a move that gave me a low at around the $0.015 mark in what I'm terming as the low for that second wave. And after seeing the low for that second wave, whatever we expect next is that massive bounce to the upside in the formation of that wave 3, where I have minimum target areas to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $5.7395 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting that wave 3 to the upside to do. And also expect a 5-wave structure in formation, having the wave 5 fully maximizing our target areas in the formation of that wave 3. So that is what I'm expecting on the short-term scenarios and also on the long-term scenarios, and let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll be keeping you updated.